Matt? I got nobody.
It's okay, it's good though.
Yeah, go upstairs though.
Okay. I got one.
So what's your walk out?
And I ran into the other bedroom and Trevor was in the closet. I didn't see anyone else there. They're like, oh, she's going upstairs. So it's like, they're like communicating with each other. I would go downstairs because we know for sure people are downstairs. And if you go there first, they won't have time.
There's no one in the shower. I didn't check all the girls' beds. Okay. So like they could be right underneath just being quiet as a church mouse.
Yeah,
so.
I think they're in the laundry room to be honest.
I didn't check the laundry room, so.
I got their butt.
It's a hard time.
There's 2 more people downstairs.
But,
Take it or leave it. Fair.
Yeah. And I got somebody.
Yeah.
Winner. Mole.
Come on. I'm back, bitches! Oh, I didn't even see you. Oh, damn it! You lost this shit?
y'all motherfuckers couldn't find me though. What's up?
We ain't close tonight, I'll tell you that much.
Just look at me real quick.
Y'all are a lot better than I thought you would. I thought this place was too small to hide 11 scrubs.
Those little baby cabinets that are really claustrophobic and dark and spooky. We've been there for a while. We went a little crazy.
Under Attack was so much fun.
Everyone was in the living room kind of like discussing strategy, like where they were gonna hide. And I'm just like, I'm not telling any of you where I'm hiding because whoever the mole is gonna pop out of where the fuck they are and tell everyone where everyone wanted to hide. So you should probably shut your mouth. So I was trying to fit in cabinets, in closets. I was fitting nowhere with these hips. And I'm like, all right, well, I guess I'll just go on top of the fridge.
The fireplace was great. I was drinking the whole time, so I came out another person.
This mission is called Unscramble. On these boards are 10 scrambled words. When you think you know all 10 words, you will come to the front door. If there is a line, you will have to wait in line until you can answer.
All 10 at once.
It's like Walmart.
When you are answering, you will have to come out to me and Jessica on the porch and tell us all 10 words at once. And you'll be able to get up and look at these words. They're all going to be revealed at the same time. You don't have your notebooks, so you will have to memorize the 10 words when you are ready. If you come out and are incorrect or are unable to provide the 10 words, you are out of the competition. The winner does get to go to the Spy Shack.
Oh, right.
Oh crap.
I'm too short. Oh my god. I'm legit. I can't find.
This ain't it, y'all. Is that already?
Liar, deceit, exemption journal. All right, so there's execution, coalition, journal, betray. There's Joker, mission. There is sabotage, the last one that I didn't get. All right. Am I correct? Chuckles.
I got deceit, I got liar.
I think for me, I'm at a place where I'm okay if money goes into the pot, but I don't see a clear path for me making it to the end right now. And I think until I feel comfortable enough that I'm on the right track and that I have a way to get near the end, for me, I'm willing to sacrifice more of the group pot to give me an advantage in this game, because I think there's a lot of people that are all playing for themselves, even though they're working as a group. And so there's not a lot of money going into the pot as is, and I'm not about to tank my ability to maybe get advantages to even the playing field with a coalition than over putting money into a pot that I likely won't see.
So I found this here word printed in here, Troy. And I looked at someone else's journal who was already dead, because then it's not their personal possessions. And theirs has Steed in it. So, and someone else earlier was like, oh, someone pulled a prank and wrote a random word in mine. And I was like, bitch, I have a random word in mine too. Oh, I hope that doesn't demonetize you. My bad. Slowly piecing together whatever this phrase is, and hopefully that gets me like a black Joker chip or something like that. It's a slow process right now, because if you ask someone to see their journal, they're like, why? You're gonna switch the sticker? Especially after Trevor's thing.
Nate has been giving me all his, like, the books. He's been looking at all the words, and I haven't given him, there's like 3 or 4 that I know that he doesn't know, and I gave him a fake name. I said Prometheus, because that's the fire god. Shout out to Realfoot. Final Four, I make fire, bitch. That's the only, like, Greek thing I know. So I literally was like, oh yeah, my word is Prometheus. So he wrote that in his book, and he's got the wrong word, bitch. So, and he doesn't know Jackie's and Tori's, I think. He doesn't know both of those. But I do. I know everyone's but Alex's, which is kind of crazy, because I hear that Tim told me that there's like a password at the Spy Shack. So I really need to get there and like figure this out. I need to figure this password bullshit out.
So I think at this point, I mean, I've been riding off of the fact that I'm working with a couple of people, and I feel like I'm getting information from people like Ame and Tim and Nick. We seem to have, I think we sort of turned the tables on the real footers that are in this season. They've been working together very obviously since a little bit before the Big Brother week, but definitely the Big Brother week made it very obvious. So I feel like I'm in a good place information-wise for the game, but at the same time, you know, it's never bad to have a little bit extra. The freeze ray doesn't really matter to me that much because there's not a single person I think that I know is on the bottom that it's worth freezing. The money bag, I believe it takes 15%. And statistically, knowing how poorly we've been doing as a group, it's not ever going to be worth that much money to begin with.
The bag's literally going to be there till the end of the
Right,
season.
like it's just not even worth it. I'm starting to have slight suspicions that my girlfriend is the mole. And it really sucks to start to think that way. Part of it's just because she's still around and she also has way more of a social game, so I don't know if she's playing everybody. Because I know that there's a part of her that wouldn't want to keep playing this game after I got eliminated, and by being the mole, she almost guarantees I get eliminated because I won't trust that she's the mole. And as public enemy number 1, I'm content to continue everyone kind of hating me because, you know, everyone loves a good villain, I guess, or something. So I think I am gonna purchase the dueling glove, $25 for an exemption. I paid $8 last time.
Yeah, people have saying they go to the spy shack and they don't get anything. I don't believe them. And then like, yeah, so for the items, if I had to sabotage somebody, like, absolutely I would go for the threesome or people who had a lot of jokers.
Okay.
I would probably target Matt because he's in between Ame and Alex. And I do have a better relationship with Alex. We do share a lot of information together.
Okay.
So I obviously didn't want Alex to go home last night either. Even though I did kind of throw him under the bus, but it was like, anybody but me?
Matt got the dueling gloves.
Okay.
He's not playing him this round. He doesn't have to.
Okay.
But he's gonna duel either one of you or me, and whoever wins gets an exemption.
Okay.
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 He was trying to tell you that, but he didn't want to because Trevor was on the couch.
Totally understood. We don't want to tell Trevor.
So I say everyone takes 4 pictures, we grab them, done. So
Wait. I think at first we just need to grab whatever we find.
Yeah. How about we remember 4 pictures, but we don't have to pick up the pictures we remember. Remember 4 pictures, we need to divide them, but we don't have to grab the picture that we're supposed to remember.
yeah, put all pictures downstairs.
Stand in front of your column.
Yeah.
Everybody have a column?
Stand in front of your column.
She's already down.
Right.
I'm going. Does anyone need help or? Cool. Good.
It's all enough. Well, that's an easy dub for the mole.
Here. Me. No, it's not. Never mind.
Huh? Like, look, right here. This is how sneaky they are.
Oh, that's very sneaky. I was put my caption in there, actually.
I almost did too.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Ooh. I started my timer late, so I don't know for sure. Full court press. This I don't know anything about that. Full court press badge was next to mine. I don't know. I just got down here.
I was like,
Oh, great.
Ame has like all of
look.
them.
These are all the ones I found.
Okay. No, you're fine. Okay, this goes in. No. I know it was mine. I know.
I know I was between Nate and Nick.
Which one do you have?
Now our midst goes somewhere, but I
I
don't
was
know where.
between you and Real.
What is? Oh, Kenny.
No, this one is this way.
This is the top of
This
my
one was
column.
over there. Okay.
This is the top of my column. This is the bottom. This is.
We can just throw in the ones that like.
Can we go maybe find some more stuff for those of us who are sitting on their asses on beanbags for some concept?
No, it's not gonna happen. I think this
Are you just looking stuff up? I'm missing 2 of mine, and I did an extensive search, so I don't know, but I will try.
We have like 5 pictures and like 1 minute. What? Okay. I helped.
This I think
You
goes
should've seen
here.
it. I helped. I put some things where they needed to be.
No, you didn't. You moved them around, you asshat.
You moved them
You moved them
around.
around. Press badge goes here.
Whoa, that's awesome.
I didn't move nothing around.
Well, someone sure as hell did.
I helped a bit.
No, you didn't.
I definitely helped a bit.
You didn't do shit, you asshole.
I did.
Oh. You're not the mole. I don't have time for this, my dude. I understand that you're put out because 2 of your friends got executed, but like, this is not helpful.
This isn't helpful. What did I do wrong?
You were the only one down here when all of the pictures got moved around, so I don't know, you tell me. I came down and this whole half was shuffled.
Because you're an expert and can fucking memorize 40 pictures.
I don't know anything about that half. I know this half.
Okay. I didn't fucking touch nothing,
Okay.
so.
Alright, we will get to the results.
Gosh, I wonder!
As you can see,
I think we did a great job. I think we did a great job.
We got this, guys.
You unfortunately did not replicate the grid.
Are you kidding me? That was so good.
So no money will be earned. I'm sorry? Unfortunately, there is no partial credit on this assignment.
A for effort.
So the mission is over. Great job.
Good job.
Like, this is not my first mole game. I know what's up. It's not cute or clever. It's just, I mean, it's not cute or clever. It's just sitting there being useless because you're being a petulant child.
Oh, petulant.
Yes, petulant,
That's a big
absolutely.
word. That's a big word. I don't even know what that
last
means.
night I'm down here doing the veto competition, and it entered my mind, right? Take negative money, right? These jerks nominated me. I've got no love for them. Like, why should I let them have nice things? But I didn't do that. I specifically found a basket that was not negative money. I didn't know what was in it. I just knew it wasn't negative money.
Yeah, was that
Like, if you want to sabotage, that's fine. That's your job as the mole. But he's not. He's just a child. So, anyway. I'm fine. I'm done. Exactly.
Well.
I'm good. I'm chill. The adrenaline was high. I will be fine.
And that's the way the cookie
Apologize, but I will be
crumbles.
fine.
That's the power of pine sol, baby.
I'm pretty confident that it's not Matt or Alex. They both draw attention to themselves, and I feel like that's very intentional to try and cast suspicion on themselves. And I mean, I think they just like playing the games and they like causing chaos, but I think they're being way too obvious if they are the mole, and I think that maybe I'm overthinking it, but I'm very convinced it's not Alex or Matt.
You that turned up on me? Is it that serious? Is it?
It's not, but I'm playing with it.
Yeah, you playing real hard.
I know. I want to win.
Like super hard.
I want to win.
You want to win.
I want to win, and I want to
Okay,
put
so
money in the
that
pot. I
means
want
how
to
you
win.
assholes? That's what we do?
I want the. If we're lucky.
I think that they're just, it's really weird that they think that they can social their way out of this whenever statistically the moles in their
It's
group.
because they are such LRG players
Yeah.
and org players that's just like what their mindset is on.
Yeah, but it's just like, it's not even the game.
I
It's gonna screw them up.
understand you,
Yeah.
but that's where like
Yeah.
there it comes in.
Cheers.
Well, cheers.
Here's to the date.
I'm so excited, and I didn't have to do anything but be a nice person to get it. I'm basically using a mathy, like, deductive style strategy to try to figure
It makes
it out.
sense to me. So my strategy was, to begin with at least, was to pick as many of the answers in the quiz that could hit as many of my possible targets. Which it sounds like
Yeah.
you're already doing.
Mhm.
That was what I started with. And it eventually got to the point where not only was I having to keep in mind who's still in the game, but I had to think about who was already executed and who they were going after.
Yeah,
that was
that's-
a big part as well.
Yeah,
if I
that's-
knew,
yeah.
for example, I knew exactly who Ben was putting his answers on when he went out of the game.
Mhm. And is
And
that
that
through
helps-
a social game, or is it like common sense that you're like, okay, he's
Oh no,
supposed to
we were
he's
close.
up.
We were
Okay.
close, and so he gave me that information. So when he went out of the game, I was able to eliminate 3 people immediately because I knew who his answers were.
Okay, so with this cast, because I feel like season 1 cast, maybe they're a little more trusting. This cast does not seem trusting at all. So because of that, I don't know if many people are going to tell me the truth and if I can figure out much because of that.
Maybe you have to rely on your intuition.
Okay,
if
that's
you
what
see
I was
that-
trying to do.
It doesn't take a
a rocket
science
scientist.
to figure out the clicks. I mean, even not knowing this cast, I can already see that there's certain people who are hanging out with certain people. Another tip I would have, speaking of taking notes and the quiz, try not to rely on your notebook. I know it's difficult, but at a certain point, it's going to come down to speed.
I think it's gotten
and you have
to
to know it before you go down and take the
I think
quiz.
it's gotten to a point to where, like, I've checked for, like, a few answers, but then I try to intuitively
Okay.
remember.
It's tough, right?
It's good talking it out, though.
My experience here has been a roller coaster. The tasks are super fun.
How was the HOH round, like the Big Brother round?
Oh, I love that. That was without question in definitely like my top 5 rounds or so for sure.
How was that for you?
It was really helpful because I don't know the mole too well. I've only seen season 1 of Victory House, so I got a lot of advice for my role from him. So
For your role.
yeah.
Oh.
Would you go on a second date with Ryan?
I'm sorry, I needed to make that joke.
That's right.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Would you go on a date with Nick?
You guys are confront.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Go on a date with Kristen.
That's a look of yes.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah,
We're shy.
I go on a date.
However,
Yeah.
in the gallery mission, you got called out a little bit.
Called out for what? I didn't do nothing.
That was the problem though.
Like 6,000 papers hidden around this house. We're not gonna find them all. There is 6,000 anyway. But when you're not gonna find them all, let's have a little fun. Mix things up a little.
It is no secret that you came here with Tori.
I did.
How are you adjusting to the game now that Tori's out of the game?
Oh my god, it's been such a different day. I feel like yesterday we leaned on each other a lot, and today I had to branch out a lot more. But it's been also really cool getting to know people, and like, I miss her, obviously, but it's been helpful kind of like floating around a little more and getting different perspectives, because I think I was zoned in on something else that I needed to kind of spread out.
I love you so much, baby girl.
That's
disgusting.
Jury of
And then I think today I'm gonna try to be, I'm being way more socially spread out now that I need to kind of like get more information and not be attached to one person anymore. So I'm just absorbing and I'm giving a little bit of what I know, but I'm not gonna give everything. But at the same time, if I've been off track, it's like I feel like I can maybe share that because it doesn't seem like anyone else has been on the same track that I've been on. And if that got Tori out, I don't think it's the right track.
The hacker has made some adjustments to our quiz. It seems that if we don't finish the next quiz with a collective total of 10 minutes or less, he's going to take $30 out of the pot.
Oh, that's fine.
Do we even have $30?
However, we did hire a specialist of our own, and we were able to reverse that. If you guys are able to keep your collective time for the quiz at 10 minutes or less, we're actually going to add $30 to the pot. So in order to help you guys out a little bit, you are all going to come downstairs with me, and we are going to watch each other take the quiz. Think about this how you will. If you are not the mole, do you want to be as vocal as you normally are during the quiz, or do you want to keep a straight face to make sure other people think you're the mole? If you are the mole, do you want to act up and make people think you're not the mole? The choice is yours, but we're going to go downstairs right now and begin the quiz.
My strategy for this quiz is that at this point in the game, I have narrowed my suspects. And on the past few quizzes, I've been narrowing my suspects basically down to 2 people. And I'm not really sure which one it is yet. But I figure if I keep spreading on those 2 people and I take the quiz fast enough, then I'll be okay to get through and have more and more time to figure out which of the 2 it finally is. So that's my strategy for this quiz, is just spread on these two, and I'm sitting there and I'm tallying what questions I'm asking and answering for each person, so that I know if I'm weighting too heavily towards one or the other.
I know Caitlin's not the mole, and I'm pretty sure it's not Nate as well, so this is really starting to narrow it down for me.
I think I'm gonna put Audrey as the mole because that was my first instinct. Week 1 didn't send me home, and I could see her being a pretty good mole. I saw her, she was close to Tori and Alexis, or she was pretty close to Tori and Alexis, and they got sent home. I doubt they would put Audrey as their answer, so that's who I'd probably put at this point. My goal is to just go fucking fast, because odds are people that want to throw you off of who the mole is are going to take their time, and that's totally great. You take your time, man. You take all 10 minutes, because if it's a tiebreaker, you're gonna go home and I'm not.
It's very interesting to watch everyone sit there in front of you and take the quiz. Some people are very reactive to the questions and are very almost vocal, or they have very strong facial expressions about it. Others are deadly serious and are just going back and forth between their journal and the computer, their journal and the computer. Matthew in particular just blazes through his, never looks at his journal because he hasn't written anything in it this entire time. I timed him at like 30 seconds, faster than everyone else. Of course, Nick went first, and he took 3.5 minutes. So right from there, I knew that we weren't gonna earn the money. So at that point, I wasn't concerned about my time, except that I just didn't want to lose a tiebreaker.
All right, kids.
Yeah.
You in alphabetical order today?
How you feeling, Tim?
Ready for it.
Ready for red.
I commended your
They literally did not tell me that I had to do anything, and I drank. And now I have to pee because I broke the seal.
How many? He's running downstairs.
That's the wall!
That's my truck impression. He's running downstairs.